What is up, ladder climbers? This is Antoine Wade, and welcome back to the Black Heights channel, where we talk about all things to help you to have success in your life as well as in your career. And guess what, guys? In this video today, we're going to be talking about 6 non-coding tech jobs that you can get that's going to pay you a lot of money. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people think that you have to know how to code in order for you to get in the tech industry, but that's the furthest from the truth. And you guys know that we talk about management information systems, and part of management information systems is the technology side, but also the business side. So there are a lot of jobs that you can get in the tech industry that's going to allow for you to make a good salary without having to learn how to code. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, guys. So do me a favor, keep an open mind and stay here for the entire video. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be alerted when we drop that new content. Also, don't forget to stomp on that like button because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. So let me share with you on how I'm going to structure the video. First, I'm going to talk about the actual role. Second, I'm going to talk about the educational requirements to get into the role. And last but not least, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can break into the role. Without further ado, let's jump into number 1, an enterprise sales executive. And sales are the lifeblood of every business. There are no customers, no revenue, no profit, no business without sales. And enterprise sales can be a highly lucrative field for the right person. And as with many sales jobs, exceptional performance is generally rewarded with commissions and bonuses, putting top performers making upward of $1 million per year. In software as a service sales, more typically known as SaaS sales, SaaS, it basically functions primarily as a business-to-business service. And as is the case in so many sales roles, high reward comes with high risk, quotas, high pressure, high stakes, high negotiations, extensive travel, and it can take a toll on your family or your own personal life. So knowing what you are getting into is very important before you get into a role like this. Now, this is the role that I'm currently in, and I don't make $1 million, but I do make a lot of money. And the reason why I wanted to go in sales personally is because I want to get to a CEO position one day in my professional career. And the majority of CEOs have a background in sales. And if you want to go into sales, all you need to do is get a 4-year bachelor's degree, because most companies require that you have a bachelor's degree. And it doesn't have to be in anything special. And you will know if you're good at sales if you are a natural problem solver, if you are good at building relationships with people. Because here's the thing, you don't sell things to people, they actually buy from you. Some other traits that you will need in order for you to make it in software sales is you have to be detail oriented, and you also have to be creative. Now, before I went into sales, I asked the CEO of a company, what book should I read in order for me to make a transition into sales smoothly? And the book that he suggested was How to Be a Rainmaker. And this is a fantastic book that you should read whether you're going into sales or not. And the second role that we're going to be talking about today is the role of a project manager. And a project manager is the lead role. So if you think about an actor, most movies have a lead role or a lead actor. Well, that's the same sort of role that a project manager plays in a project. So they're responsible for the planning, the executing, the monitoring, the budgeting, controlling, and closing the project. And they are very important because projects have to be done and completed in a certain amount of time. Think about building a house. Typically, a house takes around 6 to 12 months to build. And once the builder gives you a move-in date, the project manager is responsible for making sure that they meet the timeline so that you can move in on time. And project managers need to have a good amount of skills, not just knowing how to do their job. They have to be able to rile up a team and make sure that that team is happy and doing the work that they're doing. They also have to be responsible for making sure that they resolve conflict. And they have to be effective communicators, and they also have to be adaptable and also have a good amount of change management skills, because you guys already know changes happen all the time, and clients, when they hear about certain changes, they get upset, and the project manager is responsible for making sure that they calm the customer down and communicate what that change is, or they communicate how they can go around that change. And to become a project manager, all you need is a 4-year degree, because most companies prefer people with a 4-year degree. And you can also add on with a
PMP certification. And some of the additional skills I would say that you need is to be a strategic partner with your client and also the people on your team. And I've been in this role before, and one of the books that I think is fantastic is called The Effective Manager. And it's not a project management book per se, but it's a book about management, and it's a book about getting results and making sure that you know your team. And project manager salaries range. The entry level is around $70,000 a year. Mid to senior level is around $160,000, $170,000 a year.
And the third role on this list is that of a data analyst. And a data analyst is basically someone who has the knowledge and the skills to turn raw data into information and insights that managers can use as well as the business can use to make better decisions. I like to look at data analysts as language translators. Just imagine going to a country where you don't understand the language and you have somebody who's with you who does understand the language. Well, when you are communicating with other people and they're talking in the native language that you don't understand, the translator can translate into a language that you do understand. So that is kind of the role of a data analyst. People don't understand what raw data is or to make insights of raw data. So they take that raw data and make insights of it so that you can use. And to become a data analyst, all you need is a 4-year degree in something like mathematics, statistics, management information systems, computer science, or economics. And I've worked with data analysts before, and 3 important skills are problem solving, attention to detail, and written and verbal communication. And data analyst salaries can range, entry level being as high as $73,000 a year, and more senior people around $140,000 a year. In a way that you can break into this industry without a 4-year degree, check out Google. Google has a Google Data Analytics certification where they are pointing people to get a data analytics certification on the Google Cloud, on the Google platform, understanding it. And they are paying people $70,000 and more. And they're trying to push people towards this role because they want to grow their cloud business and they want to grow the tools that people use for data analytics. And the 4th role that we're going to be talking about today is that of a product manager. And you're probably wondering what a product manager is, because it is a fairly new type of a role that's been transformed into a lot of businesses and stuff like that. But a product manager is basically a CEO of a product. So they manage basically all of the white space around a product, meaning its strategy, the sales, marketing, the user and the customers, as well as the developers and engineers. And an important role that product managers play is that of a coach, because they are responsible for empowering their team members and their teammates to deliver to the highest value. And they are responsible for driving the product's vision. So they have to push their teammates towards aligning with that vision and seeing that vision as well. And the core skills that a product manager need are empathy and communication, because they have to be able to walk in the shoes of other people, customers, and so forth. And product managers have to have grit and speed of learning, because a lot of times when you're building a product, it's not going to have success the first time, and you're going to have multiple iterations in order for you to achieve that success. So you're going to have to learn from each one of those iterations. And to become a product manager, all you need is a 4-year degree. A lot of people get a degree in somewhat on the technical side or on the business side, because most companies are looking for people with a 4-year degree. And in order for you to be a product manager, you have to have really good leadership. And I would recommend reading 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And it is a great book that's been around for a long time that helps teach leadership. And the 5th role that we're going to be talking about today is that of a user experience designer. And a user experience designer is responsible for how a product or a website feels. Now you're probably saying, how does it feel? Well, think about this. When you are going to a website, you have to really look at it. You have to click on it. You have to do all this stuff. And a user designer's job is to really zero in on the users and try to make sure that they are emotionally connecting to the product and making sure that it's meeting their functional needs. So one of the things that they actually do is they have a camera a lot of the times watching people as they interact with different products and technology. And their whole goal is to make things as intuitive as possible. And if you are someone who is natural at communication, time management, and has ability to understand process and have really good management skills, then this would be a really good role for you. And the way that most people get into this role is by getting a bachelor's degree in something like visual designs and communications, computer science, or psychology, or management information systems. And this is a a role that will pay you a lot of money, with people typically in their mid of their career making around $96,000 on average. And a tip to become a UX designer is to get a Google UX design certification. And this is one way that will fast track you into a career of UX design. And the last role that I want to talk about is that of a software quality tester. And a software quality tester is responsible for making sure that computer systems, computer software meets the needs of its customers and doesn't have bugs and things like that. I have a Google Pixel phone, and I must say it is a fantastic phone, but most recently an upgrade is causing me to have some Bluetooth issues. It's the software quality tester's responsibility to catch these sorts of bugs in software programs. And the skills that you need to become a software quality tester is analytical skills and good communication skills, good time management skills, and you need to have a really good attitude, because a lot of the times you're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. And most software quality testers have a bachelor's degree in something like computer science, management information systems, computer information systems, and so forth. And software quality testers on average make around $45,000 on the low end and all the way up to $112,000 on the high end. And if a software quality tester decides that they want to go back on the technical side, they can work with automation and performance tests and start to use code to help out with their processes. And all you need to do to break into this role is really have a degree and really have a passion for testing other people's work and looking over people's work, because you really have a passion for making sure that customers' needs are filled. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Now you have a good understanding of 6 non-coding roles in the technical field that will make you a lot of money in your career. And I've had a few of these roles myself, being in enterprise sales as well as a project manager, and I enjoyed each one of these roles. So guys, do me a favor and leave me a comment on any of the points that I have made in this video. Also, if you haven't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. And until next time, y'all, peace.